Good evening. Welcome to the Dugout. Today we've had to move away from our regular timing around 5:15, 5:30. We come live, but because of some internal commitments, we have had to delay our Dugout today. But we have plenty to talk about. Plenty to talk about what happened last evening. Plenty to talk about what might happen today. Though it is not the most exciting game.
Battle of the wooden spooners, you wouldn't want to have that much of excitement around it. Yes, no one's eliminated technically from the playoff race. But yeah, there is frustration. Chennai Super Kings fans are really frustrated with the way how the season's gone. But it won't mirror the frustration that Rajasthan Royals must be facing. Because even Sunil Gavaskar was like saying, what is going on in the Rajasthan Royals camp?
Did he say stupid? Did he?
No, he wouldn't have said that.
He should, because of what Rajasthan has been doing. I think those are the apt words.
Yep. That they are. But he has, I don't know. See, he was reserved in his judgment because there is Rahul Dravid. With Rahul Dravid in the dressing room, how are Rajasthan Royals not able to?
Why is he reserved in the judgment? If there is Rahul Dravid or not Rahul Dravid or whatever, if the team is making blunder after blunders, then whoever is responsible, whether it is the coaching staff or the captain or whatever it is, then they need to be taken to task. Why should we look at certain players differently and others can be targeted and spoken about if results are not going their way? Why will certain others be looked at differently? By the way, can I be honest? Overall also, I think Rahul's IPL tenures haven't been great. Whether that was his first stint with Rajasthan, whether it was his stint with the Delhi Daredevils, as they were called at one point, they didn't really turn out. And you're talking about some bad calls. Wasn't he there as coach the season that they were cruising and almost guaranteed of a playoff spot, and then lost I don't know how many games in a row and missed out, and one game they lost to RCB, I think, Mumbai Indians, was it? Mumbai, where
Aditya
they had to choose, he threw the cap down, and I think it was the same season. So even in that season, I remember there were some horrendous calls being taken in terms of tactical or team combinations and various other things. So it's not unprecedented. So if it had happened for the very first time, you'd say, no, overall it's been fine. But in IPL, it's happened very often.
Rajasthan Royals and their saga of tactical horrors. 2014 is one particular case. Look at all the other instances also. 2024, guaranteed of a top two. But they somehow huffed and puffed their way to lose 7 out of the next 8 games. 6 games. Sorry, they lost 6 out of 7 games. They won the eliminator but lost in the qualifier. Here, they have won only 2 out of the 9 games. How on earth can you even... Okay, they are 2 out of 9 games. They can only get to 12 points because they are only playing 5 more games. So Rajasthan aren't even making it. Today, SRH and CSK will join, or CSK will join them. The saga of absolutely disastrous tactical things. You know the Sandeep Sharma incident. In 2014, James Faulkner is going for runs. Yet you give him the over to ensure that, okay, he has to defend that particular thing. What is it with RR and backing them on a consistent basis? Even when they fail, yesterday when Nikhil pointed out, Tushar Deshpande, job is just bowl, a boundary ball.
He actually feels upset if he's bowled a ball and you don't hit it for boundary. He wants it that I'm going to bowl, you hit it for boundary because that's the job of the ball.
Exactly.
For me to leave from my hand and for you to hit it to the boundary. Once that process is complete, then he's happy. Okay, this is the process. If you don't, then it's a problem. Like, for example, whatever said and done, yesterday, I don't know when you guys knew they had lost the game. I knew with 2 overs to go because they had 18. And that would have been 9 per over. As soon as it became 9, I knew the game is done.
It was a double, na?
Yeah.
9 or 6.
So that's why I say when they can't get 9 in 1 over in the previous games, now to get 9 in both overs back to back, that is going to be next to impossible. And I was proven right. But on a serious note, from that situation, 18 needed of 2 overs. I am sorry. I am really sorry. No team can lose. And that's why I'm saying, yes, teams win, teams lose. There are good performances, there are bad performances. And we all know it's part of the game. It's cricket. Some days will go your way, some days won't. But in the manner things have been happening to Rajasthan Royals, and that they have been messing it up one after the other. I mean, there has to be a limit of how many matches that are easy wins from there, which you should win 8 times out of 10 typically, and you can have that rare failure in those situations. For Rajasthan Royals, it's the exact opposite. It's a 100% failure rate. From a situation where you should be winning 8 out of 10, they've got a 100% failure rate. And then when you see that, I wouldn't want to be a Rajasthan fan. And if I was a Rajasthan fan, I'd stop supporting the team. Quite honestly. Because this is not about good or bad cricket. Every fan that is an IPL fan who follows this team has gone through good times, has gone through bad times. But they understand a bad time is it reached a situation where you could not, there were few mistakes here and there, and then you rectify those things going forward. Those are things. But in Rajasthan's case, they're continuing to make those same mistakes again and again, winning positions you're reaching. Somehow you're finding a way to lose. Not once, not twice, not thrice. They've lost 5 games in a row. 5 games in a row, and 4 out of those 5 they were in a winning position. They should have won it from there, and for them to have done it, I don't know. I mean, if I was a fan, I would take off my jersey. I wouldn't want to wear.
And I think the problems have actually started from the auction itself. See, retaining the likes of Jaiswal and Sanju Samson, it did make sense, but to have Dhruv Jurel, as one of your retentions, and you're going to pay him 14 crore, I think Dhruv Jurel in T20 eyes is still a case that, he needs to, still perform.
Work in progress.
Prove himself that, he still can be a good T20 contender, not just for Rajasthan Royals, but maybe for the Indian team also. There also he has been given chances, but not done well with the bat. Shimron Hetmeyer, I think the last time that he did well in this Rajasthan Royals jersey was, I think, way back in 2022 when they reached the final. The last 2-3 years or so, performance haven't really been there. He's shown flashes of his brilliance, but no consistency at all. You look at the bowling department, I think with all due respect to Jofra Archer, he is doing well after a bad couple of first games. But then this is not the Jofra Archer of the old, something that we saw in 2019 and 2020. And persisting with Tushar Deshpande, maybe just on the basis of price tag, because Tushar Deshpande was picked at a more price in comparison to Akash Madhwal. Is that the reason why you have still gone with him? Not really sure about it. He is, I think, one of the most disappointing bowlers in the history of the IPL, if I have to put it that way. Akash Madhwal, in whatever limited chances he got for Mumbai Indians, at least he showed some kind of potential. So nothing is clicking at all. And more importantly, you look at the other teams who are actually in the top half of the table. There is Delhi Capitals, Gujarat Titans, you have RCB also. So assuming anyone gets injured or someone is not in form, you at least have a few options. In case of Rajasthan Royals, I don't think they have any options at all. Sanju Samson is gone. I don't think, apart from Vaibhav Suryavanshi and maybe Kunal Singh Rathod, they have any batting options at all. And even in bowling, I'm not sure if, Quena Mafaka has inspired any confidence in the nets. Probably, same is the case with there is definitely the same case with Fazal Haq Farooqi, because in whatever games that he has gotten those chances, he hasn't done well at all. So for RR, I think the problem started way back from the auction itself, that you did not pick the players who were maybe the most effective in T20s.
Well, I don't think, are they losing because of a Dhruv Jurel? No, Dhruv Jurel has still got them runs. Yes, you retained him for 14 crore. That's the team's problem. And if he's not, he's still getting you runs. Are they losing because of a Tushar Deshpande? No, I'll tell you why. Because I didn't expect anything from Tushar Deshpande. They're not. Are they losing because of a Jofra Archer? No, I think Jofra Archer has been the standout performer. I think this is the best season Jofra has had in the IPL. They're not losing. He's the only one who's still stood there. The reason they are losing is because of some decisions which just don't add up. And that is the problem of their management, whoever is taking those decisions, and the captain. If there is one reason why you've not done well, Hetmeyer firing, not firing is... every team will have batters who are not scoring runs. RCB has had batters where, their captain, the start showed some form, has not been getting runs. Jitesh showed some form, is not been getting runs. Salt started well but is not getting runs. You will have these things. I don't think that's the reason why Rajasthan is losing. The problem with Rajasthan is their think tank. That's it. Nothing else. Good performers, bad performers. I don't even want to get into the individual thing. I mean, how is it that Riyan Parag becomes captain? He could not get a run to save his life yesterday. All his runs are trying to hit the ball straight. It is taking an edge, 1-4. Hitting straight takes an edge, 1-6. He cannot put bat to ball. And I'm sorry, you have made that person the captain. You made him the captain in place of Sanju Samson in the first 3 games when Sanju was played. My point is, why couldn't Sanju have still been captain? He was there as an impact sub. Now, how much does that matter? You wanted to make him captain. What is wrong with Sanju now when he was the captain in the super over? He got retired, hurt. He was still captain of that game. He is not being involved. What is wrong with Sanju Samson now? If he has an injury, why is he not with the team? If you're a captain, you would have been with the team. No, I gave this example yesterday. If you're a Hardik Pandya and you're injured, he would be with Mumbai Indians, not taking those calls, sitting on the bench. Or if let's say Virat was captain, or when Rohit was captain, they would all be there. No. I think whoever took the call to firstly sideline Sanju Samson as captain, and I have no qualms in saying that, it's pretty evident that he's captain for the namesake, and as many chances as you want, you made Riyan the captain, and you made him the vice captain, and he's given the responsibility of the captain. Not once have I seen him come up with any brilliant decision to be the captain. In fact, there have been disastrous decisions that Rajasthan have taken in terms of the selection of their batting order, or who to send at what stage, or who to bowl in the super over, or who to bat. They've only got their decisions wrong. And then on top of that, he's not even the best performing player. As I said yesterday, 22 of his runs, 80% of them would have come where he had no idea where the bat is going here, the ball is going there. He can't get... So the problem lies with whoever, and it lies with the coach or the captain you made, or I don't know, it's director of cricket or whoever is taking call. That is where the problem is. With this same team, you give them a separate coach and a captain. Same team. I'm sure they'll do better. I'm not saying that they'll be the best team in the IPL, but they won't bottle up 5 out of 5 games that we've seen just now. No chance. With a Tushar Deshpande in this form, with a Jofra Archer, with a Dhruv Jurel, everyone in the same form. Just right decisions, right captain, right management calls. Do this, give it to a better thing, and I think the same team will get you this better result.
You know, the problem is, see, look at the bowling combination. You based it on basically 2 Sri Lankan spinners. Vanindu Hasaranga and Mahesh Theekshana.
Yeah.
Okay. Pray, when did these guys have success on a consistent basis in India? Theekshana is an outlier because he had a decent amount of success for CSK. Hasaranga had 1 season of success with Royal Challengers Bengaluru. But apart from that, when? You can't base your bowling combination on 2 Sri Lankan spinners. You don't know whether an inexperienced Afghan bowler plus an inexperienced South Africa backup bowler, then in addition to Tushar Deshpande not being in form. Tushar Deshpande was never in form even with Chennai Super Kings. He got away because of a better captain. Here at this stage in time, you have to understand one very important factor. You don't have a backup to a Jofra Archer. Sandeep Sharma, I am sorry, he is a good death overs power play bowler, he was there. But disastrous tactic number 1, not using Sandeep in the power play against Virat Kohli on both occasions.
No, because, it's more of a trend that Rajasthan have had in the last couple of seasons now. That Sandeep Sharma has had that success in the death overs, in a few matches that he bowled. So let's just try and have him. But now if he is not showing that kind of effectiveness in the death overs, then better to use him at a stage wherein, he's probably the most useful, which is with the new ball.
I mean, again, with the new ball, why aren't they utilizing him? Because there is no other backup in the death. There is, apart from Jofra Archer, who can bowl in the death? Theekshana is a good death overs bowler. Why can't there be any out-of-the-box innovation? You don't have a backup to a bowling composition that is totally skewed with no proper in-form Indian pacer in your lineup. No proper in-form Indian pacer. You look at the batting. Again, it's only Yashasvi who's doing well. Riyan is inconsistent. Nitish is inconsistent. Shimron Hetmeyer is inconsistent. Dhruv Jurel is inconsistent. Where is the backup to all of them? So basically, Rajasthan Royals have two problems. You don't have many in-form Indian batters. You don't have an in-form Indian bowler. And that is why the entire auction process for Rajasthan Royals has to be questioned. Look, 14 crores for Dhruv Jurel. I know the wicketkeeper batters made a killing in this IPL auction. But 14 crores for a guy who's still work in progress in T20s. 14 crores for him. Shimron Hetmeyer, as you said, 2022 was the last time he did it. 3 years he hasn't done well. What prompted them to get a big sum? Yashasvi, Sanju, they were, RR were the team left with the lowest purse. And that's why they couldn't make all good buys. And it's clearly showing. They don't have a good Indian bowler in form. Their batters are also clueless, especially the middle order.
Yeah.
They can't respond to the pressure. Hetmeyer hasn't responded, neither has Dhruv Jurel. What's happened with them? That is the main question.
Has anyone, as I said, I'm not going to look at individual players. This team, I would take it. If I was coach, I'll take this team. But I would get things right. I want to know, has anyone from Rajasthan addressed the question that why is a Sanju Samson not travelling with the team? Has anyone told her he has a side strain, so what? Ruturaj Gaikwad has a hairline fracture, he's with the team.
Because the only statement that came out from the Rajasthan Royals was that he is going to continue his recuperation in Jaipur.
What was the thought process anyone explained of making Riyan Parag vice captain? I don't know, there are Nitish Rana as captain in IPL team, did very well.
KKR.
He's nowhere there. Okay, fine. You think you want to look at the future. Yashasvi Jaiswal is a true blue Rajasthan Royal, India player.
There are accusations of the field, but
No,
they are
I'm
not
not.
credible.
I'm saying I don't care about accusation. Can you tell me a cricketing merit?
No, absolutely not. See,
No.
I'll just, talk from the cricketing logic only. Yashasvi Jaiswal, whenever he made his IPL debut about 3-4 years ago, at least he has done, consistently well. You talk about Riyan Parag, ever since making his debut in 2019, there's been just one season wherein he has been super consistent, and that was the last season. Apart from that, I don't really understand, on what basis he was actually made the captain. Are you looking at Assam's performance in Ranji Trophy or maybe Syed Mushtaq Ali tournament wherein he was the captain in a few matches? Not really sure about it, because there also the performances as a batter did come, but I'm not really sure about his captaincy credentials.
Went to the knockouts, but that is it. They didn't win anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Nitish Rana is UP captain also, has been Delhi captain,
Plus
has been
KKR
an IPL captain.
KKR captain for a season.
That's why I said IPL captain. Tell me, batting, as I said, has not happened for so many years. So sometime what happens, you're not great with your skill, which is in his case batting, he's not great at it. Then the second option is that he's, Steve Waugh. He's Mike Bradley. So what happens, you see that captaincy is so sharp, such great knowledge, understand everything. So I thought maybe we missed it. Maybe he was such a sharp captain in other things that his decision making was so great. He pulled out a move like MS Dhoni would, or someday Rohit Sharma would. So he was so sharp, destined for greatness. So you made him.
See, there was a smoke screen which was there in the CSK RR match at Barsapara. There his tactics, his fielding and everything helped RR pull off a narrow win. He bowled Tikshana in the death. There was some innovation showed there. But here in the last 5 games, where has that innovation gone? Rajasthan Royals had a decentish beginning, but now it's absolutely fallen to pieces. I don't know what is going on. Either it's an unstable leadership that is there. Decisions are like coming, maybe right hand has been told by some other left hand that you take this decision, you do this.
No, I remember in some press conference, I think, after the super over fiasco where they just couldn't do anything right. I think Rahul Dravid came and took the blame, saying that I took something like that, right? Yeah. It was my decision. Well, then those decisions should be questioned. And if I was the owners of Rajasthan Royals, after these performances, I would take the decision-making powers that there are to task, saying, not one game, not two games. There have been half the season you have made one blunder after the other, one blunder after the other, one blunder after the other from winning positions where you should be winning all games. 9 needed of 1 over, 18 needed of 2 overs. You're losing and you're losing. I mean, what is this team doing? I mean, we looked at CSK, but they would had to get on occasions 18 and over, 20 and over. It became like that. It became unbelievably out of their reach because they could not. In RR's case, it's never been that. They've always been, if they needed 12 and over for the last 10 overs, they maintained that throughout and brought it down with wickets in hand on multiple occasions and yet continue to lose. I don't know.
Top is gone. There is no coordination. There is nothing to look forward to for Rajasthan Royals. It's going to be a bleak 3-year cycle for them in the IPL.
No, but in the bleak 3-year cycles, I think, as I said, you can't change your team much, but it's not because of the team that they've lost. They've had performers, they've had non-performers, but I see nothing different in any other team as well. You take out a team like Punjab or a Delhi who are much higher on the points table, I'll take out players there also who haven't been performing or who've been performing, or bowlers who've been leaking runs and bowlers who've been doing well. It's a mixed bag. Everyone team has, but they are taking the right decisions. They're not bottling games from situations where you have to win, right? Even if that bottling is happening, it's a rare phenomena. It may happen once in 6 games whether you do a blunder. In their case, it's exactly the opposite.
See,
6 in 9 games are blunders, or more than that.
When you look at 2010, as I said, there was a similar situation.
6 losses in a row.
Deccan Chargers.
Yeah.
They were called Deccan Chokers. Because they were in such a position, but no, they lost. Can you believe it? They lost a game when they needed 4 to win the last over. Twice. And the new avatar of Sunrisers Hyderabad and RR also, they were on the other end of it. I think Karthik Tyagi bowled that 1 over. And I think they beat PBKs, if I'm not mistaken.
Aiden Markram and Nicholas Pooran were the batters. PBKs.
Exactly. Yeah. So that is why, I mean, Rajasthan Royals and Deccan Chargers, different avatars, different eras, but having the same fate.
If Rajasthan wants to fix something, this season is done. They've only said it, I think, in social media.
Riyan Parag said that they are going to play for pride now.
No, forget that. Their social media team, which usually involves themselves in trolling as well, they put a statement that day one day, log out or something. They were talking about other teams, log out or something. They have only logged out actually this season. So they have logged out, but I'm saying for seasons that are going to be coming, first and the obvious thing you'll have to do is change your think tank. Whoever is part of that think tank, whether it's coach, it's captain or whatever, that needs to be changed. Get people who can take better cricketing decisions. If you have that in place with this team, I'm sure they'll still do better. The team isn't that bad on paper at least. You can fix those things, but get people who can get the environment of the team right, take basic cricketing decisions, follow it and not make blunders, which even all of us watching, you guys watching at home, watching it on TV, are also realizing that what are you doing?
Get a better Indian bowling contingent. It is, you can't.
Where is the RCB's bowling contingent that great? Look at how they're performing it. Who thought Yash Dayal and Bhuvneshwar Kumar who had lost his form? They're doing well. I don't think the problem, Sandeep Sharma I'll take any day. Give me Sandeep Sharma. Give me a Fazal Haq Farooqi. I don't think the issue is with personnel. There are teams which I thought on paper you'd put RCB's bowling lineup may look weaker than theirs. It does. But they are doing the right thing by bowling people at the right position. Bhuvneshwar also got hammered yesterday, no?
22 runs, yeah.
Then, so you have a Yash Dayal who is notorious for leaking a lot of runs. No, Suyash Sharma, nobody was giving any chance. You said KKR has let him go. He's not even there. Krunal Pandya was past his best. Lucknow didn't want to keep him. I think on paper, Rajasthan doesn't need to get anybody else. They've got a better lineup at least than RCB on paper. But the thing is, RCB are executing their plans. They are following cricketing decisions. They're not making blunders. They're keeping it simple and following the right procedure. The captain is taking the right calls. That's why it's happening. Between Romario Shepherd, I don't rate him. I think I'll take a Fazal Faruqi over Romario Shepherd any day. But the problem is not their personnel, whether it's bowling, batting, whatever. The problem is what their team environment is, what they've been doing, and clearly there seems to be, and this is what the team environment does. That's why I'm saying you have to be very careful. You saw when the season started, Yashasvi Jaiswal was not there. He was just not there, physically or mentally. You could clearly make that out. So that way you can assemble the greatest team, Mumbai Indians of 19 or whatever. You can get the greatest team also. But if you have an environment like this, it won't work.
I mean, if the environment is bad, who better than the Mumbai Indians to agree to that in 2024? Exactly. Their environment was so toxic that they finished at the bottom. And looking at it, I don't think anybody is saving the Rajasthan Royals from going to the bottom.
But it's kind of a surprise that, they have maybe the best personnel. You have Rahul Dravid, there is Vikram Rathod and other members in the support staff.
Almost the same core that the Indian cricket team had.
Yeah, and it is surprising that, they still haven't been able to, produce those results. So maybe there is some kind of politics that is going on, the accusations that you talked about. Or maybe the team is just not there.
Part coaching, part personnel. I mean, again, Tushar Deshpande. I mean, if I have to compare it to the RCB bowling, I mean, Yash Dayal is better than Tushar Deshpande. Tushar Deshpande, we clouded by the fact that he's won a title with CSK.
But then Tushar Deshpande bowled 2 overs. Is he responsible for their loss? 2 overs.
For 36.
Yeah, but 2 overs. Did they lose? They need 18 from 2 overs. Tushar Deshpande did not have the bat in his hand. That's what I'm trying to say. It's your mindless cricket. It's your mindless. No one's trying to defend Tushar Deshpande. I ought to have gone ahead and said that they're getting the selection wrong and this. But still, they're sitting in winning positions every game and losing it.
Exactly. But then Dhruv Jurel.
Dhruv Jurel also is getting you runs. Every game he's gotten you runs. His 2 or 3 innings will be more than entire season of Riyan Parag. And he's your captain. And how can a Riyan Parag, who cannot even get bat to ball in the last game, can go and tell Dhruv Jurel anything?
Romario Shepherd bowled just 1 over, about leaked 15-16 runs, and it just happened because Riyan Parag had all, top edges flying all over the ground.
Yeah, he's looking there, hitting the balls.
It is Chinnaswamy, na? That's what. A top edge will also go for a 6. He was rescued by that small dimensions of the boundary. But yeah, Riyan Parag, now the spotlight, the criticism will be immense. Because see, he was given a last chance saloon in 2024. He took it. But now with captain, he's slowly coming back into that last chance saloon. If he doesn't have a good 5 games, then I think he's done for.
Let's hear what our viewers are also saying. I'd love to hear their opinion as well. Maybe they can throw some light on something that we are not noticing in terms of the blunders that Rajasthan have been making. Okay, Mutton Biryani says that he thinks RR messed up the auction, which is a valid point, but as I said, it's not, okay, you messed it up, I agree, but with this team also, give it to an Ashish Nehra and make Shubman Gill the captain, or give it to Himang Badani and Akshar Patel. Give them this team, and I'm sure that they may win, they may lose, they may finish middle of the table, whatever the case. But they won't bottle up 5 chases which they should have won. I'm pretty sure of that.
3 of 9 of 6. I mean, 2 9 of 6 and 1 double of 9 of 6.
I knew 18 of 2 overs, I knew they've lost 9. When they don't get 9 of 1. Any other team, 18 of 2 overs. At the start, if you go for the toss and you do the toss, and you tell any team, okay, forget the game, we'll only play the last 2 overs. You're the batting team. You have 6 wickets in hand. You need 18 of 2 overs. You want it? Any captain will say, I'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's just start from here. Let's start the game from here.
Yeah.
Winner takes it all. Do it.
It's
Even with a Jasprit Bumrah bowling in one of those overs, you'll say you'll take it. Because you'll easily take out 7 or 8 from his over without taking too many risks. And you'll get 10, 11 from the other over. Easy.
Yeah.
Any team will do it.
Nope.
Can we get more comments on this, please, Pawan? Then we'll cut back to all the other comments that we have. Okay. Harun Wasim says Jurel lost the game against PBKS after refusing the single. I agree.
DC, not PBKS.
But that single that he could have taken. Yeah.
The double, Shimron Hetmeyer, I think that one.
Yeah. And Parag against CSK should have finished. See, my point is exactly that. Characters will keep changing, but the end result is same for RR. So there has to be certain things, no, that you have to look at. Certain things you have to look at.
Even Parag, he should have finished the game against LSG also before he was undone by Avesh Khan.
Yes. Straight, full delivery, tried a audacious ramp scoop. Just didn't work. Just did not work at all.
Vaz is saying RR has been like that even when Dravid was the captain.
2013, yes. 2014 as coach also. Some tactical decisions of RR just don't make sense. 10 years and counting, it's never made sense.
Yeah.
James Faulkner in 2014, Ryan Parag and all the others, same.
FL Finesse wants to know which losses dent the morale more? RR losing from winning position or SRH giving up in first 6 overs of the match?
RR losing from
First
winning
point.
positions, absolutely.
I mean, they have now thrown away 6 points. It wasn't 9 needed of 2 balls, it was 9 needed of 6 balls. All 3 occasions they could have won, but no. They have thrown away 6 points, and because of that, they could have very well been in the top 4. No, now they'll struggle to be in the bottom also at this stage.
Samkit is saying why RR is so rigid when the team selection cannot really understand why Madwal is sitting out. Deshpande and Parag are disappointedly and they are being repeated as well. We've spoken about that earlier as well. And Parag, how can you make him sit? He's captain, boss. That's what I'm saying.
Shubham Garg is saying RR messed up auction getting Jurel for 14 crore instead of Josh Butler. Butler was the senior guy who finished games for RR. Also, they made a blunder by not retaining Yuzi.
We were reading too much into that 2024 run because several of the key protagonists are not there anymore. Josh Butler is gone.
Trent Bolt is gone.
Yuzi,
When Dravid wasn't present, Jurel at helm of all 3 losses. He slowed down the game, 17 of 23 balls. Parag is easy target for all. But Malik, he's the one who got you the runs yesterday, no? You're in a position where the top order did nothing and in the sense you needed 12 and over. He is the one who kept you in touch. If I'm not mistaken, he's the one who hammered those runs in the 17th or the 18th
Bhuvaneshwar Kumar.
Bhuvaneshwar over to get you within winning distance of that. But what is everyone else also doing? And my point is exactly this. This is also part of the team culture. Why is a guy who's sitting unbeaten on 40 something not been able to finish the game? These are things, no, I said use easy target. You're saying Ryan Parag is easy target. He's the captain. You messed up 5 major decisions and it's an easy target. Blunders you made, who's going on to bat, he sends himself in that super over. Ahead of a Yashasvi Jaiswal who's been in double better form than him. And you're saying that it's an easy target. Boss, you are a captain of the IPL team. You have to be bang on with your captaincy. You have to be people who've captained India like Hardik Pandya don't get saved when they make errors. And he is the captain. Yeah, either you will be performing with the bat as well. You tell me. So it is only Jurel's job to get you those 40s. Then what is number 4 batter doing? Na? Then let him only go at number 4. You come down at 6 then. Demote yourself because Jurel is in better form than you. Let him bat at 4. Jurel has played test match cricket for India. So he's obviously a better class batter than you. So you demote yourself and put the better batters there. Now nobody is an easy target. It's a fact. You may like it or not.
Appu Milon is saying, I think Dhruv, Jurel and Hetmeyer are to blame. And
I think once again, it just comes down to the fact that you can pick as many players as you can that they should be blamed for RR's defeat. I think it basically goes down to what is really happening behind the scenes.
what is happening here?
Yeah, what is happening here at the top.
Frazzled. Totally frazzled. That is the situation. And Nick Pinto, Madwal.
There are so many teams where why do you see a Chennai or a Mumbai? These teams are regarded as the top teams. They are also in these situations because everyone will take responsibility and they'll finish it. No, from these situations they'll win games. And why is it that they win from unimaginable positions? Is because of that spirit. It's because of the clarity that they're given. It all stems down to the messaging that is coming and the team culture that exists within the team. All of that.
There is no rallying point in RR. Who will they rally around? They need one figure to rally around, right? In a team, in CSK it's MS Dhoni. In SRH it's Pat Cummins.
No, at least there
in
is a
MI it is
leader,
Rohit or Hardik or Surya or Bumrah.
Okay, let me ask you a question. That's what I asked them, in the post-match also yesterday. That would the presence of a consistent Sanju Samson have changed RR's fortunes in this season? See, he missed the first 3 games, did not field well, wasn't the captain, is also now not the captain due to that abdomen injury. So would his consistent presence would have changed things?
100%. It would have 100%. But then who's responsible for him not being there present consistently? That's my point.
Injuries.
I would have made him captain still first 3 games.
No,
He's batting for you.
He wouldn't come out. He wouldn't be on the field.
Does not matter. You are saying anyway coaches are taking all the calls of what's happening in the field. Make your captain, empower him. Make him feel it's his team. That day when that super over happened, he was your designated captain. He's retired hurt. Did you see him anywhere involved in the decision making of things?
No.
Later in the sense he said, no, we decided, the coach and everyone else decided. You're not going to make the captain feel empowered. You're not going to give him it. That's what I try to say. Would Rohit Sharma, if he was injured, not be part? Let's say, same scenario, first 3 games, if Rohit was captain and he could not field, he could only come out to bat. There could have been anyone appointed as captain there. He would have been sitting in the dugout and directing everything. Because then he would own, no, this is my team. I'm the captain. I'm going to be coming in 3 matches. I'm here. I'm also batting. I'm also going to tell everything. Make this change, send him. There was none of that. So I don't think you've empowered the captain also being a captain. And that's their fault. As I said, even when right now, how much does it take for you to have him with you? Should have been there. Should be part of the dugout, should be going out and speaking. I give you examples of a Ruturaj Gaikwad. No, he's there with the team.
I think RR's next game is, 5 days later. So he could have been in the dugout, gone back. Ruturaj, Rohit, when he got injured against LSG, wasn't he there?
I'm saying anybody, as I say, let's say I'm the owner, okay? And there is a team that I'm running and I made anyone the captain. Now, I know that injuries are part of it. Someday you'll be out in. But I want my captain there all the time involved. He is the one who's to run the team. He may have selected the team, everything. I would like for him to be there all the time. And then the teams have to do that. Na? If I'm the coach also and you're the captain, then we have to work in tandem. We have to work as a partnership. If you got injured one game, what am I going to do? Out. For this game, you're not part of any discussion. Yeah. I'll just speak to him because he's a stand-in captain. No. We are running a full team, a season together. You're my captain. You have to be next to me, sitting. We are going to be discussing what to do. Because none of that is there.
That is where leadership void is there. No one knows who's taking the decisions. If they're taking the decisions, it's outdated. Whatever it is. Because see, again, Shubham Gar, captaincy has been poor. They gave 16th over to Archer, let VK and Padikkal score runs for 10 overs. Then next over was the 20th over.
Yeah. I agree. In fact, I said it in the mid-innings yesterday, that why did you have to delay Archer's comeback? They were getting runs. Get in an Archer quicker. And he did when he came back. He was your best bowler. Again, that's what I'm saying. Either you have to be a stunning batter, and I was like, wow, yaar, he's the best batter there is, so I have to make him captain. That's not happening. Or if your batting is not working, but you're such a good master tactician, Mike Bradley, as I gave you example, then also I agree. But you've been the exact opposite of a Bradley. You've been the exact opposite of being a Virat Kohli as the best batter of you. None of that. So how does that happen?
Yep.
Okay. Siddharth is saying we'll go to the toss, but quickly read some comments and then get to the toss.
Completely agree, Nikhil sir. RR has lost on
whose comment is there?
Siddharth. Completely agree. RR has lost on better options. But team is way better than RCB or CSK, even my team DC. Issues are somewhere else.
That's what I'm saying. In terms of personnel, I don't think they're the best team in the
Not even the
IPL,
worst
but they don't even look like the worst team.
Yeah.
I can manage, honestly telling you, if I was a coach, you give me a Sandeep Sharma, Archer, a Fazalak Farooqi. I know I can work with this bowling lineup. Hasaranga has done well in the past as well. So,
one season, yeah.
Yeah, but as I said, he's been an international captain. You know where to bowl a person, how to use him. All of that also makes a huge difference. So that's why some bowlers tend to do better in some teams, because maybe they know how to utilize their Why is it that a lot of players, whoever plays under Dhoni, says that I had a great time? Because they realize that each has a strength and a weakness. He's used in the right way by that. And that's where the think tank and the captain and everyone comes in. It's not the worst bowling lineup that there is. It certainly isn't.
Yeah.
But it's not. Even in terms of batting, it's not. I mean, I'll take a Yashasvi Jaiswal. I mean, he's one of the top T20 openers in the world right now. Yeah, I'll take him.
Yes. But
okay.
such is the strange nature of the IPL. And from Chinnaswamy, let's go to Chepauk. Because Sunrisers Hyderabad have won the toss and have opted to bowl.
I'm a little surprised actually that they've opted to bowl. I think that they should have batted first.
Actually, when you look at it, the last game, I think that is playing heavily on their minds. KKR opted to bowl and CSK were undone for 103. And they chased it down very easily.
See, chasing hasn't been CSK's strongest suit. And that's where, I feel that, even if they would have gotten, let's say, batting first, would have scored about 180, 185 odd. I think it would have been advantage SRH because any which ways, CSK haven't chased anything above 175 in the last 6 years or so.
Just like 9 out of 6 is a bogey for RR, 180 plus is a bogey for CSK.
And CSK, okay, so SRH are actually yet to win at Chepauk in their last 5 to 6 encounters. CSK won all of them.
They have never won at Chepauk.
Yeah, they've never won at Chepauk. Okay.
SRH have never won at Chepauk. So that is the whole problem.
I came across the start of the last 5. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they have never won at Chepauk. So against CSK, that is what I'm saying. So.
Okay, here are the teams you've got for the batting first team. We'll take a look at that, and that is Chennai Super Kings, and they've gone in with Sheikh Rashid. Well done. They've gone in with Ayush Matre. Well done. Guess who's back? They have a musical chair going on between Rahul Tripathi, Huda. They'll keep having one. Okay, you come, now you come, you go, you come, you come. Sam Curran is back.
Yes.
Into the team, which I think they should have done earlier.
In place of Overton. Yeah.
Yes. Brevis, also another youngster coming in.
CSK debut.
Coming into the team. So I like the look of having 3 youngsters. They very well could have
Kids army now.
That's good. Give them a chance. Yeah. In for Deepak Huda also I would got Vansh Bedi to come in. Why not? Get them.
The keeper batter is uncapped actually. So he's also young.
That's okay, but I would still take another young player, na? Your young keeper batter that you've got. Noor Khalil Pathirana again looks like a decent bowling attack.
Ashwin will once again be the impact.
Or could be Anshul Kamboj.
Yeah, depending upon how the
wicket is. I think it should most likely be Anshul Kamboj. Because I don't know why they have not persisted with him. He was very good in the game that he played. But then you've dropped him now. I don't understand the logic behind not picking an Anshul Kamboj on a frequent basis. But yes, Kids Army is really doing, I think that's what they're following MS Dhoni's mantra, no? The process to get a steady playing 11 for next year begins today.
It'll have to be a fast bowler that you get in.
So it'll be a Kamboj.
yeah.
Because you have a Ravi Jadeja and a Noor.
Yeah.
Why you also have Khalil Pathirana.
You have
and
you have Huda as a
Karan also.
Sam Curran.
Even Huda can chip in with off
I think it could be Ashwin if it spins in the first innings. But for Sunrisers Hyderabad, the playing 11 is Abhishek Sharma, Kishan, Travis Head is going to be the impact sub, Nitish Kumar Reddy, Henrik Klassen, Aniket Verma, Kamindu Mendes comes in for Ishan Malinga, Pat Cummins, Harshal Patel, Jaidev Unadkat, Zishan Ansari and Shami also makes a comeback after missing out the last game.
Yeah, but as I mentioned, SRH, they are bowling the weakest suit in IPL 2025. They have got the weakest bowling lineup. Shami...
Batting also.
Apart from Travis Sheikh, no one contributes.
Travis Sheikh also have been the weakest only.
Hard to believe that, this is the same team that we talked about, that maybe 7 or 10 times they'll score 200
This is
plus.
the same team that who's not here at this moment, Shashwat, swears by. He swears by Sunrisers Hyderabad that they are the team that have changed T20 cricket. But if you don't score 250, you can end up with 120 also. That is the extremity.
See, some people also sweared by Basball. Nah. That's it.
He should have been...
I'm not going to say further.
No, he should have been Basball's PR agent. He would have given it to he would have preached it as the gospel to the entire world. That's how it is. SRH, I'm sorry, I think they are, for the season, One moment you are up, the other moment you are down. So yeah, Travis will be there, but I think they'll be neutralized in this Chennai wicket. I don't think. But it is very important that they restrict CSK to under 150, 160. Because I think they have the bowling then to restrict. If they make 190 CSK, then I think they have the bowling to restrict them. So that's why get them to 140, 150, ensure Travis Sheikh go berserk, and that's the way. MS Dhoni said dew was the main reason why we also wanted to bowl. So I think there will be plenty of dew. The humidity is spiking up in a big way in Chepauk.
I think it was around this time only, last year, that you had that LSG versus CSK game, Gaikwad scoring 100, and then it was Marcus Stoinis.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, being in Chennai at this point is a nightmare. You're also going to get those 9 days of extreme heat and humidity also coming up. There, here we call it Navtapa, there we call it Agni Nakshatram. 9 days of fire. So yes, Rachin is out though. I don't know whether it is a strategic move or whether it's something else. See, none of the Kiwis are there. Neither is Devon Conway, neither is Rachin Ravindra. So, yeah, what do you think? Predictions now. CSK versus SRH. Who do you think will join RR at the bottom? Because they'll be the only two teams on 4 points. Though.
CSK for me today.
Losing?
CSK winning today.
CSK winning today?
Yeah.
And what do you think? How much are they making?
175.
Okay. This is a tough one. This is a real tough one. What to do? But I will say CSK do have an edge. I think SRH are far more demoralized than what you can. I think this pitch won't suit the Travis Sheikh Jodi. 180. And I think they have the bowling to restrict SRH.
And CSK winning.
Yeah, okay. They have the bowling to restrict SRH. So I think they will win. CSK are winning today.
It's a tough one, but I'm going SRH today because I think Dew is going to play a major role. Batting may be slightly tough for CSK, batting first. It's a dry surface, and I think SRH will find it easier to bat second. So I'm going
SRH. Okay, so
SRH.
2-1 in CSK's favor, but yeah.
Let's get some comments in.
Please.
Yeah.
Let's get some comments. Okay, Shubham Garg is saying, Virat Kohli scored 973 runs in 17 innings in 2016. In last 19 innings in IPL, he has 1,173 runs when he's not looked in best form. RCB have won 14 of those 19 games.
Which means that they are not just dependent on him now.
Yeah. I mean, everybody is chipping in when it's needed.
And the unsung performer for RCB this time has been Devdutt Padikkal. What an innings.
Padikkal has come good only against RR. But if you look at his form prior to that...
but at least, there have been those consistent runs. Those 20s, 30s have come.
Even a Patidar has done okay. Patidar has chipped in. Salt. It's actually the addition of Salt that has made RCB very spicy this time around.
I think the only problem with RCB currently is that one overseas slot. Because neither did Liam Livingston inspire any confidence, and so is the case with Romario Shepherd. So maybe you can try Jacob Bethel.
Yeah, you've been a long time advocate of Jacob Bethel, that he should be there. So yes, but no, I don't think so. I think they are sorted. See, Hazelwood's chipping in, Suyash is chipping in, Krunal is chipping in. So yes.
That one overseas slot is an issue.
Yeah, that is true. Rahul, looking at the quality of Oz trio, Stark, Cummins and Hazelwood. Now I am able to understand the quality of pace attack in Oz, where a certain Boland has to wait for 2 years to play a test match. Again, Scott Boland only got a chance in the Border Gavaskar Trophy and in the Ashes when a Hazelwood was injured. Even in the WTC final, Hazelwood was injured. That's why you had to get in a Scott Boland. But yes, if Hazelwood is fit, Boland doesn't play. Bitter truth. But he has to. That's the Aussie thing. And remember, you only got 1.5 months more. The WTC final will be in June at Lord's. So let's see whether Hazelwood gets a chance or whether Boland gets a chance. Dev Pratap Singh Chauhan. Nikhil, people talk about Stark, Cummins, Bumrah, Archer, Rabada. But I feel Hazelwood is the most underrated 3-format bowler. Yesterday, Jitesh Sharma keeping and review deserves credit. Yes.
Dhruv Jurel won.
Turning point. I mean, how on earth could a ball hit the underedge, not hit the ground and go to the
These
keeper?
guys are not putting him in the 11 of the halfway season. I was only going to put Hazelwood there in the 11, and none of them had Hazelwood, but eventually it made it to our Sports Today 11 because we went in for revote. And then Hazelwood came.
Yes.
He's been the bowler, yeah. Yesterday also, incredible.
Level, I think,
over.
with Prasidh with most wickets. But
Yeah,
I think
but it's his impact which is even greater than anybody else. He's been outstanding.
He almost won you that game against Punjab Kings, that rain curtailed game.
yes, he did. Ankit Naz from Canada is
He's my cousin, yes.
yes.
Oh.
He's an
VK,
avid cricket follower. He travels across the world to watch cricket. He's a rich man, so he can afford it also. Takes a ticket and lands up anywhere to watch a match.
he's in Toronto or
He's in Toronto.
Okay, he's saying VK competed with his senior, then with his counterparts, now his juniors, still the top run getter. What an aura.
That's true, but Ankit, that is actually a tweet that I'd put out some time ago, that this season has not been like a out and out Virat Kohli season, which I'd said last time. And yet he's right there in terms of top run getters, in terms of top performer, without anyone even really noticing him, right? When the talk has been about a few other batters, Virat just under the radar, and yet when you see the numbers, you're like, Arey, he's right there.
Yeah.
So I think that is the greatness of the guy, that even which is like okay season by his standard, he's still one of the top performing batters in this IPL. He's number 2 now in the orange cap list. And this season, I mean, mostly has been about a Sai Sudarshan, a Shubman Gill doing well, or a Nicholas Pooran, the way he started. You know, all of those, Josh Butler, who's been batting really well. These are the batters everyone's been talking about. Virat quietly sitting there at number 2. That's what I'm saying. Goes about his business so easily.
I mean, that is what Shubham Garg is saying. 17 innings, 973, 19 innings, 1,100. And yet he's not looked peak Virat. That is the thing, without looking into best of form.
Yeah.
So yes, I mean, it is staggering, his consistency. I think from the second half of 2024 until now, it's been mind-blowing from Virat Kohli. So yes, be very afraid, guys, of the RCB army. They might spring a surprise this time around. The only team that could potentially halt them in the knockouts is the Mumbai Indians. If they make it. Because this entire team, when you look at the table, it's gone helter-skelter because of Mumbai Indians. They are suddenly like this cat that's thrown amongst the pigeons, and the pigeons are fluttering about here and there. So yes, see.
Just go to the playing 11s 1 second.
Yeah, Sunrisers are bowling.
Yeah, so
Travis
head is
will be
there,
the impact.
Okay, that's what I was just wondering. Correct.
But still 4 seamers in Chennai.
Harshal, Pat, Jaydev, Mohammad Shami, Zishan is a leg spinner.
Zishan and Kamindo Mendes will do the spin bowling duties.
Abhishek.
Yeah, Abhishek also.
Yeah. 4 paces. And what about here? Khalil, Patirana,
Sam Curran.
Sam Curran. 3 pacers and 3 spinners.
There you have it's spinners in
Either if you get an Anshul combo, it will be 4 paces.
yeah,
Even there also.
Jadeja, Noor Ahmed, but I think most likely it's going to be Ashwin only.
So this pitch might not be a slow, low one like what we saw in the game against KKR. Chennai prepared a pitch for KKR, and boy, they fell very, very conveniently into that trap of theirs. So yes, Chennai Super Kings and SRH are only 1 loss away from joining Rajasthan Royals as the Wooden Spooners. So let's see. 2 on 1. Any other further comments, Pawan? Yeah, we took Shubham Garg. Yeah, that's what.
No, the first one, very first comment. Yeah, we have taken. Okay.
We took that, yeah.
Okay.
So, Austin Kuna, happy 600k fam. Yes, thank you so much, Austin, for that. Yep. Rare instance of 2 World Cup winning captains captaining in an IPL game. Do you remember any instance where Morgan Dhoni 2021, RCB won 10 games and VK scored 40 plus? Yes. Yes. But was Owen Morgan? Yes, for 2021, was he there as the captain of KKR? Yes, I think he was.
Rare instance of 2 World Cup winning captains, Ricky Ponting and MS Dhoni 2013.
Oh yes,
pick.
yes,
Good pick,
yes, you are right. Yep, 2013, Dhoni and Ricky Ponting. And Morgan and Dhoni.
2021.
Yeah. Correct, you're right, Austin, you're right. Okay. Shubham Garg with a very naughty comment directed at Nikhil.
Which is? Shubham, you're right. I am buying and doing my fantasy. I am doing that. You're right, Shubham. You're absolutely right. That's why I was checking the playing 11 as well.
I wanted to know, did you win yesterday?
Yes, I did.
Lovely. Awesome.
Pawan, just go down. Let's take this comment.
Freaking awesome.
Yeah. If I was the
Ah.
Yeah, if I was the CSK management, I would pick Sikandar Raza, Kyle Myers, Roston Chase, Cameron Green obviously is unfit as of now. In place of Conway, Rachin, Overton and Sam, I would release Jaddu and Ashwin as well. Sikandar Raza is a very underrated T20 player.
Didn't get that
Punjab
many chances.
Kings did not utilize him.
Yeah, they didn't utilize him well.
But Kyle Myers too.
Kyle Myers never got utilized in Lucknow Super Giants. It was either him or Quinton de Kock. Roston Chase. No, way past his
Maybe
prime.
Shea Hope ahead of him.
No, way past his prime. He's not a T20I player as such. And Cam Green, I mean, yeah, what utility he will give. But yeah, Green, I think he should be fit for a WTC final.
But as a batter. Yeah.
Only as a batter, yeah. So,
Chalo,
yes.
on that note,
We'll be back for the mid innings.
wish me luck. I hope I win something today as well. Yesterday I did well. You know why? Hazelwood was my captain.
Oh! 4-wicket haul.
Yes, yes.
Double the points I got.
Ah, yes. Okay. So, bye-bye. We'll see you for the mid innings and then lengthy post-match discussion afterwards. So, from Nikhil, me and Gulati, it is bye-bye. See you soon.